parties should zone their presidential ticket to the south. Okay, Afenifere Pandev and Middle Belt Forum there. Senator Balogun ascends Olubadan throne after 33 years. ACF Publicity Secretary Emmanuel Yahweh is dead. Court remands BRT driver for 30 days in prison. APC's March 26 convention shaky. INEC says it needs what? It needs something. INEC rejects Bello's letter on emergency APC neck. Says only Buni. Nosakari Stars releases 911. Equere Mado declares goodbye intention. Says zoning does not exist in where? In Enugu. Senator Balogun ascends Olubadan throne after 33 years. Kogi government bans production of charcoal. 40 fueling system, not insufficient fuel, caused Ibadan Lagos train failure. NRC. Ekiti 2022. Politicians preventing our members from PVC registration. That is coming from the SDP. Alright, let us leave the Nigerian Tribune and move on. The next we're going to be looking at is the cable. And from the cable study, COVID-19 deaths estimated at over 18 million, 3 times more than what? More than official figure. Ganduje, cases on insecurity most often compromised. Agencies need complete overhaul. APC, we notified INEC of our convention since February 5. India accidentally fires missile into Pakistan. G7 countries to impose further sanctions on Russia. Naira slides 0.5% to 581 naira to a dollar at parallel market. More stories. APC zonal congresses to now hold same day as national convention. Oshimbajo, how practicing righteousness promotes national development. Presidential hopefuls Humahi and Tinubu meet in Abuja. Kebbi Deputy Governor, why it was difficult to fight bandits who attacked my convoy. South Korean envoy, why Nigeria's 2023 elections are of global importance. All of these stories are there in the cable. We move on. Next is the Premium Times. And from the Premium Times, Nigeria's Consumer Protection Agency cracks down on digital loan firms. What we are doing to deepen transparency, efficiency in Nigeria's judiciary. Look Onofiok. 7 children die as residents of Katsina community flee from bandits. High stakes as Nigeria prepares for elections in 2023. Malabo, JP Morgan replies Nigeria fought corruption allegations against Jonathan and Adoke. 7 children die as residents of Katsina community flee from bandits. APC crisis worsen as INEC rejects Bello's chairmanship, warns about national convention. Nasarawa government used picture from Brazil to depict status of its own road. Hence House panel orders NDLEA to produce Abakari over missing detainees. Evans, court sentences co-defendant to 5 years for sale of firearms. Redeemed Church sets up political department ahead of 2023 general elections. Inside Nasarawa community, where crop farmers, elders coexist, Nigeria records 33 new infections on Thursday. That is talking about COVID-19. Next is the Vanguard newspaper. INEC letter, drama as Baylor's CECPC makes U-turn, says Buni still in charge. IGP bans policemen on special uniforms and mufti from conducting road checks. We won't allow second-hand SARS protest in Calabar. Police warns. Sweet SARS stories of Tiwa Savage. Okay, Oxlade sextape saga. All of the stories are there in the Vanguard. Ataga, why we allowed Chidinma compete in beauty pageants. The Nigerian Correctional Service. Loopers, I have 5 years to leave. Kemia Falabi. Court orders Umahi deputy not to vacate office. Federal government removes electricity subsidy quietly. Petrol in phases. APC crisis. Ex-PGFDG wants Yaya Bello Uzodimma Abiodun sanctioned for backing Buni. Alright, all of these stories are there in the Vanguard newspaper. Let us move on, and the next is the Leadership newspaper. And from the Leadership, APC does what? APC backtracks, says Buni still in charge as chairman. Alright, inside story of Nigerian inmates making millions training siblings from prisons. 7 die as Katsina residents flee from bandits. Joseph Mayowa, the Nigerian man who filmed his escape from Ukraine. Strike. Vice chancellors ask federal government to dialogue with ASU. Ukraine war. Another batch of 123 Nigerians returned from Poland. ACF spokesman Emmanuel Yahweh dies at 65. IGP bans use of unapproved uniforms on police routine operations. NDLEA intercepts 3 million opioid cabs, 8,613 kilograms loud in Lagos. 2023, Zoni can't stop Governor Bello's quest to birth a new Nigeria. That's according to a group. Lagos government suspends NURTW operations from parks and garages. Court remands BRT driver for 30 days over Bamishi murder. Alright, let's leave the Leadership newspaper and look at Oyo Inside. And from Oyo Inside, Anyodele predict Greater Ibadan under New Olubadan. Residents commend, Bomvik as the Ragba community gets electricity supply for the first time. Hegbeda APC stakeholders visit reiterate support for former chairman. Nakumio chides Adegborua over comments on approval of Ijab by the pleas. Okay, let's leave Oyo Inside. Let's look at InsideOyo.com. Alaafin Ooni Atiku faces at the installation of the 42nd Olubadan of Ibadan land. In Ogbomoso, Iregba community gets electricity supply for the first time. Olubadan, Oba Balogun better prepared for the throne. That's coming from Vice President Yemi Oshimajo. You are one of the few surviving Aoists. Egbeda APC stakeholders talking, okay? Alright, I will not let Ibadan people down. Olubadan makes first public speech. Makinde presents staff of office to 42nd Olubadan Lekan Balogun. Lagos Ibadan train runs out of fuel, stops midway. NRC says gauge has issues. Alright, let's wrap it up with some stories from the pen pushing this morning. Okay, that's the last we're going to be looking at. And from the pen pushing, Inspector General of Police ban use of first cabs, t-shirts by officers. Residents trooped out to witness installation of new Olubadan. Ogun State government demolishes roadside shanties. Oyo State government does what? To block major roads over Olubadan's coronation, a belated one there. That's all we are going to take from the pen pushing. And with that, it's a wrap on this segment. We'll take a breather. We'll be back to do some analysis. Please don't go anywhere. It is good to know that we are there. The program is Rise and Shine here on Ibr92.5 FM Ibadan. I am yours sincerely, Anuluapo Homoride, And I've got Muiwa Akbara here. Good morning, Muiwa.
Good morning, Anuluwapo.
It's good to have you. Happy weekend. And of course, Sesson Johnson is here. Good morning, Sesson.
Anuluwapo, good morning. Nigerians, good morning.
Okay. Let's start with this story. I talked about it yesterday, but the Punch newspaper seems to be a little bit detailed about it today. We have quietly removed electricity subsidy, fuel subsidy to follow. That is coming from the federal government. The Minister of Finance, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, has revealed how the federal government quietly removed the subsidy on electricity tariff. She said the government had to carefully adjust the prices incrementally at some levels. Speaking at a virtual meeting of African finance ministers and the International Monetary Fund, Ahmed also said the amendment of the budget was ongoing to accommodate the incremental removal of fuel subsidy. Ahmed said, and I quote her, "We are cleaning up our subsidies. We had a setback. We were to remove fuel subsidy by July this year, but there was a lot of pushback from the polity. We have elections coming, and because of the hardship that companies and citizens went through during the COVID-19 pandemic, we just felt that the time was not right, so we put back on that. But we have been able to quietly implement subsidy removal in the electricity sector, and as we speak, we don't have subsidies in the electricity sector. We did that incrementally over time by carefully adjusting the prices at some levels while holding the lower levels down." So, Sesson Johnson, the federal government has come out now to say that anything called subsidy on electricity has been removed. Is that the reason why power supply has been at a low ebb?
I know the minister used the word quietly. Well, I would rather say it is covertly, because there is no probity, there is no transparency in the way they go about this. I think we should also recall that this thing, thank God that they are coming out to say they have removed it, because so that we know nobody will come again and be saying they are still paying subsidy. Remember the
on electricity anyway.
on electricity. You know the back and forth argument on the other one, the one on oil. But in all of this, I think it was in December 2021. This same government said they paid about 1 trillion naira between 2019 and 2021 on electricity subsidy. But now they are saying, okay, they are in a way they've stopped that, or they are no longer paying. And you also recall that in recent time we've also witnessed about 100% increment in electricity tariff, be it regardless of the band you are using, band A to E. You know, they have their different categories of this payment system about the electricity tariff. But against this, even starting from 2013, during the regime of Jonathan, when the privatization of that sector took place, they told Nigerians that it's going to be private-based, service-based tariff,
and not one that the federal government will have to subsidize.
So,
in the first place.
Now, if now just oppose increments in tariff as a result of removal or using covert action to remove subsidy now, secretly or quietly, using the word of the minister now, and now at the same time people are not really enjoying what they are paying for, you know, because we used to say it, you know, before their supporter or whatever they will coming for my neck again, is that even if you are removing subsidy, good, if you want to allow privatization of that sector to really take full operation, what are those things you are also putting in place for people to enjoy what they are paying for? You know, as we speak today in Nigeria, like they said, if you are enjoying band B, that you enjoy 20 hours electricity supply. Who can boast of that? Who can beat his chest or her chest to say that he's enjoying? I don't know, maybe some part of Nigeria, I'm not so sure, maybe some part of Nigeria, but the part of Nigeria I'm living in, we are not enjoying that. Sometimes you see less than 2 hours electricity supply per day, less than 4 hours. It depends on where you are living. So I think this government should just sit down and see what are those other areas you need to also address. As you are saying, you are removing subsidy, you don't want to pay. Good. Are we really enjoying it? They promise us they're going to be producing, I think, is it not 40,000 megawatts of electricity per, and now we are around 5,000 or so. I don't know if they've been able to jack that up, but in terms of reality, in terms of enjoying the supply, we are not really enjoying it, and that this has multiple implication on the economy, on the life of the people. When there is no electricity in a country that's also suffering from the issue of fuel again, you see that industrialization, so even small SMEs, they will suffer, because by the time you are running your businesses at a high cost compared to your profit margin, then there will be problem, there will be chaos. And those are some of the things we are talking about. If we cannot place priority on power, on electricity, I don't think we are ready, we are serious as a government.
Okay, so the information from the federal government to Nigerians is that we have quietly removed electricity subsidy, few subsidy to follow the federal government. So let's be informed. All right. IGP bans policemen on special uniforms and mufti from conducting road checks. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Akali Baba, has banned all police officers without proper and identifiable police uniforms from conducting certain security operations, especially roadblocks in mufti. Deputy Force Public Relations Officer ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi made this known in his Twitter handle on Friday. He said the IGP's directive was informed by the need to sanitize police operational engagement and ensure better human relations. Muiwa.
Well, of course, there's no doubt about the fact that there is a need for them to sanitize the operations of the Nigerian police. But be that as it may, I don't think the police needs to do roadblock checks anyway.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. You know, it's because of the kind of the country that you are in. Because every time a new IGP is employed or is appointed, the first thing he does is to remove all roadblocks. But you discover that immediately he removes it, he installs them again. Just in another, maybe in another fortnight, they come back, and then because the very moment you remove roadblocks, incidences of armed robbery skyrockets. So there is a trajectory. You know, people see a link between cancelling roadblocks and incidents of armed robbery, and that is very, very, I mean, that's a telling relationship between the Nigerian police and crime in this country. I mean, that's the truth. Let us face it. Other countries, they have data. If anybody is, if you are transgressing, you are doing something that is not expected, they know from their consoles. You don't have to go to the roadblock to go and haphazardly attack civilians. And you know, arbitrarily. You know, that's not the way to police society. And that is the truth. We have said it several times before now, and we continue to say it, that until Nigeria, I mean, you know, we stop this centralization of policing, you cannot get equity, you cannot get justice, and then you cannot have a proper citizenry. That's the truth. You cannot even have proper governance. That's not that. You don't police people haphazardly, arbitrarily. You know, some policeman just looks at you and says, "Where are you coming from?" Inside light, put it on, and then he decides just arbitrarily to. I look at a lot of people who have lost their lives on roadblocks from arbitrary checkpoints. You know, so all of these things that saying about you know, removing roadblocks asking them to use special uniforms or not, I mean, some other uniforms, in order to control it, it's just a wash, It's water off the duck's back.
Okay, so this is coming from the IGP.
Yes.
The number one police
officer of this country.
in Nigeria today. But if you ask the people, would they rather have these roadblocks not mounted? You talked about the fact that whenever it is increased, some persons will tell you, okay, it's better you see these men, officers, at sight
we have been
than
blackmailed.
you not seeing them.
Yeah, because the Nigerian society, they have been blackmailed. It's not, what do you want? You want police blocks, or you want armed robbery? That's the thing.
Are those the options?
Those are the options. It's either you remove you either put the roadblocks there and have safety and let people continue to eat unjustifiably, or you remove them and contend with armed robbers. That's what Nigeria is confronting now.
So which do you think Nigerians will go for?
They will say, okay, put the roadblocks there. Put the roadblocks there.
What does that suggest?
That suggests that we have to I'm not being critical unduly. I'm just saying let us confront the governance of this country more intellectually. Let us engage ourselves. The truth of the matter is just that we have to stop centralization of police system.
Okay, because I was about asking you, will state police cover of this?
Of course.
It will address this if it's a challenge.
Of course.
Okay, let's move on.
And then sorry, let me tell you something. There is a need for us to, in other countries, look at the way they recruit police. They go into all the terminal classes in all the institutions and recruit from the best of the crew.
Meanwhile, in Nigeria, people are being encouraged as we speak to enlist in the Nigerian police.
Are they doing it? Are they doing it? If you don't even have to encourage them. If the sheriff, the state police, all of the county police, they go to secondary schools, polytechnics, and then they recruit from the blue chips, the creme de la creme of the students, and those are who they make to police the society. In the university, they go for their first class and 2-1s. That's the way to do it. You don't recruit you dehumanize people from police colleges and ask them to come and police civilians.
Is that what you suspect is happening in Nigeria?
It's not what I suspect. It's what I know. It's what I know that is happening. Take a look. You cannot be. You see. Look at the police in Nigeria. Just recently we had an incident of somebody. Complaining about police. Doing certain things at a party.
May God lead our leaders right. We all just can't but pray for. Okay, those are the aims of affairs. Let's move on. But let me say, there is a particular student at the Ogundoyin Polytechnic Erua is in the hospital presently. Student of that institution out to protest than to the divisional headquarters there at Erua is today. Why? This young man and his friend, they were on their way to Ibadan, and of course a police officer shot him. Okay, maybe he tried stopping them and they didn't. He was shot on his leg, and of course he's lying. We pray that
physically ill now. That's the kind of thing you experience in the hands of these people. There's a difference between policing and there is what they call policing, and there's also policing. Nigeria is not a police state. We are a democracy. We are a democracy, but we don't live it. We are a police state, and that's unfortunate.
Okay, let's move on. But of course, we must appreciate that there are good ones.
Definitely.
Yeah. Just
we don't want to be mentioning names here.
There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that.
Who have brought honor and dignity.
I know. Yes, we cannot undermine. We have professionals there. They are doing well. And then I think in all of this, if you want to really even attract best brain, people of integrity, of competence to even join the Nigerian police, I think the Nigerian police must first of all solve the problem of lack of trust the public have for this organization, or this the police in particular, especially in times of
The police is our friend.
of course, that's the slogan.
Yeah.
But the systemic corruption that have been tagged with police must be resolved first.
Okay.
They must also take care of the rank and files of the Nigerian police. If you go to if you look at their where they are living, you marvel at how will people be living in this kind of
It's a popular
apartment.
it's a popular narrative. But IGP bans policemen on special uniforms and mufti from conducting road checks. That story is in the Vanguard newspaper. Let's move on. Redeemed Church sets up political department ahead of 2023 general elections. The Redeemed Christian Church of God has set up a department on politics and governance ahead of the 2023 general elections. The church, with millions of members and over 32,000 branches across the country, said the newly established Office of Directorate of Politics and Governance will help to muster support for members with political ambitions. And in the Punch newspaper, trust Nigerians, they are reading meanings to this, and that church has come out to say it has nothing to do with the interests of anybody who is a member, okay, of this particular church. One of the reasons why I'm throwing this up for analysis is it a good template that other churches or religious bodies should copy? So that church has set up a department, Office of Directorate of Politics and Governance. Is it one that is worthy beyond these reading of meanings, insinuations and conjectures that people are making? Trust Nigerians, they are linking that with the interest of a figure in that church. The church has come out to distance itself from that particular move, saying it is not to boost the ambition or to support the ambition of anyone, but of course we want the people to be politically enlightened. Is it a template you recommend for all churches and all religions?
I know. The question you're asking me is not a yes or no answer that I can give, because and this is my thoughts. My thought is not representing any organization here. It's not representing my church. It's not representing anything. It's my thoughts anyway. I think in all of this, if you follow the reactions, the reactions and counter reactions are not surprising, and even the church is rebooting or saying they don't have any political ambition or supporting any candidate or what have you. But in all of this, I think if you look at the population, the demography of that particular church we are referring to now, it's huge as far as Nigeria is concerned. And are we saying members of that church will not be political? Are we saying they will not have political interests? The question now is that should the church has a position? Should the church has a position as far as politics is concerned?
Maybe we should say religion. Okay, don't let us limit it. This debate has been on for some time.
Okay.
Does religion have any role to play in politics?
Of course, that's my take. Even from the beginning till now, especially in Nigeria, can we run away from we having religious sympathy or empathy, regardless of where we want to align with? We talk of the various things. Even among politicians, we talk about don't have Muslim ticket, have Muslim Christian or Christian Muslim ticket. So in a political space like this, we cannot do without it. And I think that's why some people will say, even for some other religion, they will come out bold to even support their kind, their stock. So for me, I don't have any problem. The only problem I can have is that when a church or a religious organization or even Muslim organization or whatever supporting a party or having a massive support for a particular political party, are you saying all members of your church or all members of your mosque must belong to the same political party? That can be the only problem I have with this kind of submission. But when it comes to you sanitizing your members, especially that if you are going for political posts regardless of your political party, these are some of the things we expect you not to do. These are some of the things we expect you to do in terms of maybe integrity, that as you are going forth to hold political posts, you are also in a way directly or indirectly representing our organization or our church or our mosques. So I think if they have a department that will educate their people, that will educate their membership on what to do in case you have interest in politics, because as we speak, Christians cannot run away from politics, Muslims cannot run away from politics. This, if we can have people from religious organization, churches, mosques, or any other religion, and we have people of integrity, people that are corrupt free from that kind of religious organization, then it will be good for Nigeria.
Okay.
If this system, if this organization can help us train them, nurture them in the fear of God, because one of the things we are lacking in this country as far as leadership is concerned is that most of our political office holder, they are not God fearing. They don't have the love of humanity. And if what Islam, if what Jesus or Christianity is talking about, preaching about love for God and love for humanity, then if those are the things we are embracing in our politics, then it will be good for Nigeria.
All right, let's move on. Ramadan, Emir urges traders not to hike food price. The Emir of Kano, Alhaji Aminu Amutajero, has urged marketers across the state to desist from hiking the price of food commodities in the state ahead of the forthcoming month of Ramadan. The Emir made the call yesterday in Kano during a special prayer session held in commemoration of his second-year anniversary as Emir of Kano. The Emir, who give glory to Almighty Allah for the guidance and opportunity to serve his people, urged them to endeavor to benefit from the blessings of the month by not hiking food prices.
Well, that's a nice one from. It's as expected, the Emir, as a religious and political leader of.
I hope someone will not misconstrue the Emir by saying we are only to do this during the Ramadan. What happens even after the Ramadan?
I'm coming to that. The truth of the matter is just that is what he's expected to say, and I'm very happy that he has done it just the way he should do it. But having said that, the average trader is also sensitive to his costs of operation, and it's not because of the religion. It's not because of Ramadan that they might up the prices of the food items or something like that, because if it does in a perfect competitive market, it will fail. If you do that because of religion, it will fail. But if coming to the when you the cost that you incur in bringing your commodities to the marketplace, you cannot sell under that price. Otherwise, you go under. As an operator in the market.
But shall we continue this way? The president at the time, I'll keep referring to this. The president at the time talked of the effects or the impact of middlemen. Some of these traders at times are these middlemen.
I don't think it has any background in theory.
You think so? So how do you justify the fact that
the
price of dollar is affecting low-cost beans in the market?
And that's what I'm saying, that when you talk about middlemen conspiring against the polity, it's not possible.
But that is what we are saying.
No, it's not true.
Everyone is out to maximize profit.
Let them maximize profit. If they want to maximize profit, you cannot do it beyond your capacity. You see, because if production is free and everybody is producing, and there is free in my theory of economics that I have learned a little bit, and I don't think has been modified. In a perfect competitive market, such a thing is impossible. I mean, that middlemen will gather around and conspire against the whole. It's impossible. Because if you do it, another place, I mean, there is space everywhere.
It's because we are allowing monopolistic.
Exactly.
Conditions.
So that we have to go back to the roots of the matter.
Is that the case?
Yes.
Okay, so get to any popular market in Ibadan, for instance. You'll be shocked that a congo of rice, okay, perhaps the smallest measurement of rice, you get to the first store, you're told it is sold for this price. You can be rest assured, gone are the days when you walk around the same market and see people beat down the price. It's as if when it comes to pricing, these traders come up with a uniform, okay, template, and you begin to ask yourself.
I'm still saying that it's because production is hampered.
And the government is to blame.
Well, the government must make. The government has a responsibility to. Make people, enable people to do their businesses. You enable them. For instance, the lack of security, for instance, it's a factor. People have not been going to the farms, and then you want the commodities to enjoy, low prices when you are not producing. Look at seasonal mango. Okay, let me tell you something. The seasonal fruits, for instance.
Maize.
No, yes. Even talking about like mango, all of those things. Look at it's because if you have a free market, there can't be any conspiracy. They can't. There cannot be.
Okay, but the emir has appealed to traders not to hike food price. Ramadan, emir urges traders not to hike food price. We know that during this period, there is this belief in Nigeria that prices of goods and commodities go up.
It's a superstitious belief.
Okay, let's look at this one that is coming from Ohaneze, Afenifere and Co. Reject parties that zone presidency outside South. Middle belt leaders tell Nigerians, reject them. 2023, all parties should zone their presidential ticket to South. Afenifere Pandef Ohaneze, South and Middle Belt Forum. The Nigerian Tribune asked that. Okay, just speak to this.
I know what we know my side already. I've always been advocating or soliciting for the need for us not to run away from that just cause. If we must,
they are saying the South now. They're not saying Southeast.
Yes. When it comes to the South, they can then begin to also negotiate which of the South it should go.
Payo Adebanjo, a leader of Afenifere, says it is unwise for someone to say that presidency should come to the Southwest. He's from Ogun State. He believes it should go to the Southeast.
No,
Edwin Clark,
if you want fairness in all ramification, we should be talking about Southeast. That's just the truth. Because let's even try to look at it from 1999 downward. You will see that we've had president from Southwest for good 8 years in person of Obasanjo. Then we have Yaradua and even Buhari. They are from the same geopolitical zone.
They are from the same state.
Yeah, the same states. So I think in all of this we've had from South. So if we are talking about the South now, I think the only place we can look towards to is Southeast.
We've talked about this before. A group is saying that bring Jonathan, the Southeast will be pacified. It was in the news yesterday. Let's pay this bill. We'll be back after this short commercial break.
Brent Mall. Oh yes, Brent Mall is your one-shop solution to all your shopping needs. Get the best products and services every day at Brent Mall. Go ahead and share beautiful moments with friends and families as you shop. Play games in arcade. Eat the best meals. Have fun at Brent Supermarkets. Enjoy the moments with loved ones at Brent Supermarkets. Enjoy rich, sumptuous, tasty delicacies at Brent Eateries. Treat yourself to a wholesome experience of rich, yummy ice cream and smoothies at the Brent Mall Ice Cream Lounge. We've got the best for you always. Visit Brent's Bakeries today for your daily fresh bread. At Brent's Boutique, we've got the finest blend of luxury, elegance, and style for your fashion delight. Brent's electronic gadgets are quality, durable, and reliable. Get yours today. Shop with us today at Brent's Mall, Apata, Ibadan. Brent's Mall, Old Ife Road, Ibadan. And also at Brent's Mall, Taki, Ogbomoso. Check out our social media pages at Brent Supermarkets. Brent's Mall, stay healthy, stay happy.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Now, just take note of these numbers. The number to send your text message to is 0905 221 3356. 0905 221 3356. The numbers to call are 0811 052 6487, 0916 104 7698, 0902 280 9257. We are live on Facebook, Ibr95.5FM Ibadan. Our Twitter handle has not changed at Ibr95.5FM, but all you need to do is to tag me or you copy me whenever you tweet at us. So you want.
I think, but this call on the part of various socio political or socio cultural groups, Afenifere, Hanese, any other groups are clamoring for the need to shift power to the south, and then maybe you can then talk about southeast or whatever. I think it's not just about, it's not going to be a diktat, not a dictation, not that you just declare and you are thinking it to be handed over to you just like that. You must fight for it, quote unquote. The kind of fight I'm talking about is about you getting involved in politics. It's about lobbying, it's about politicking, it's about getting involved, promote the candidacy of anybody that you think is qualified and competent and full of not corrupt. Look for people like that, promote their candidates, get involved in various political parties that so and they should not limit themselves to any particular political party. I think that's the way to go about it. It's not about declaration. If you look at various conditions that even led to the emergence of some of these presidents from other political zone, they fought for it. They got involved in politics. So the Southeasterners, the Igbos in particular, they must be involved. They should go for this post. They should not be fearful, and they should also bring to the table what are those things you also offer other zones in terms of dividends of democracy, because no geopolitical zone will just support your candidature without them being so sure of what you do for their zone. Okay. I think and that's what politics is all about.
All right, Muiwa, because you looked at issues relating to security earlier on, let's wrap it up with this before I open the phone lines. Ganduje, cases on insecurity most often compromised. Agencies need complete overhaul. Abdullahi Ganduje, governor of Kano, says security institutions in the country need a complete overhaul, which will result in conformity with global best practices. He actually said this in Ibadan yesterday.
Ganduje, if you remember, is a political scientist, has a PhD in political science.
He's a doctor.
Yeah, he has a PhD
of political science.
I don't know whether he's a doctor or not, but I know he has a PhD in political science. Yes, yeah. The truth of the matter is just that is saying the fact. Me, I call for total reinvention.
Not overhaul.
But overhaul. You can't overhaul diseased organization. You reinvent. But I think it's milder calling for total over. I mean, maybe total overhaul, because there's no way by which there will not be leftover of the old brigade inside the new one that you want to do, and like I said, a few rotten apple, just a little bit. I mean, maybe a few too, ruins the whole basket. Where you have damaged individuals, mentally damaged, psychologically damaged individuals in an organization, they are going to poison the whole lot at the end of the day, and that's what's happening to the Nigerian police now. Because when we're talking about a few good men the other time in the police office, I mean the police formation, those few good men, they don't have the ability to be a catalyst for that organization, and that's unfortunate. You notice those rotten apples that are, I mean, a plethora of them that they've damaged the organization, and that's unfortunate. You know.
Okay, I opened the phone lines, but India accidentally fires missile into Pakistan, and it's a tale of destruction. Okay, what happened accidentally has ruined some persons, but it was an accident. India accidentally fires missile into Pakistan. Naira is now being sold at the parallel market, okay, for 581 naira to $1. Wow. Let me pick calls on the program. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Anulwafo.
Thank you so much, sir.
Good morning, Awana.
Good morning, sir.
This Mr. Goinka Joseph from Uludo.
Mr. Goinka Joseph, welcome.
Yes. The crippling of our university education in Nigeria is in the hands of our politicians. And I want you to know this morning, you must have known it before, that those that are in power, they are crippling these universities purposely for them to build their own university. You will discover that the rate at which they are approving private universities now is alarming. In fact, and this one, if you trace universities, you can only trace them to our politicians, most especially those that are the National Assembly. So they are trying to kill our university education so that they will be able to accrue to themselves at the expense of the masses. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ogunka Joseph, for your time. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, sir.
Is this calling?
You're welcome.
I want to greet my SLSC when you are and they say, God bless you. Yes, regarding the issue I hear this morning, the criminal case. For how long are we going to be hearing the kind of a statement credited to federal government that the gently on there, secretly, he removed the subsidy from the necessity. It's too bad. And this is what they are doing this time around. They want to do it to the oil as well. If the head of AS called Buhari and Co. say that 340 would be sold for petrol, and he kept silent up till now, that is a theory called a conspiracy theory. Yeah, we go in this country, it's too bad, and I want to talk to the NSC. They are too quiet. They are beating about the bush. Because rebound. Oh, you know, TV calling for talking down.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to put the issue of this.
You start by telling us your name, sir.
Oh, sorry. My name is Muritala.
Muritala. Okay, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Now, I think it's wrong for us to encourage people to be praying and fasting for anything that is not ready to take that in. Prayer works better when you act. So, if there is nothing wrong with education, educating, mobilizing their people to be part of politics. So churches and mosques should be encouraged. Their members are affected and whatever is happening. So if something will affect you, don't just lay down fasting and praying. Let somebody educate you. This is the reason why you should do it. That is my solution.
All right. Thank you.
Nothing wrong with what they are doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. I think that's in respect of what the Redeemed Church is doing. I think for him, it will be good for other denominations, perhaps to pick it up. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is Michael calling from Agbo.
Mr. Michael from Agbo, you're welcome.
Yes. I want to talk about the issue of Afenifere, saying that the political party, talking about the two leading parties, to zone their presidential to the south. For me, I think the Afenifere should not be bother themselves with the current situation in the country, with the mood on the country, even down there in the north. They are able to say they are going to support any candidate from the south. So any political party who dare bring its candidate from the north, I can tell you going to lose woefully. So for me, the two parties have no choice. They have to pick the candidate from the south. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Michael from Agbo, for your time on the program. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you.
My name is Adeshi from UI.
Hadeshi Omola from UI, welcome.
I want to react to the issue of prices of things that has now skyrocketed everywhere in the country. Initially, when government said this issue of oil, we said there's an adulterated fuel. And you journalists will just pick it up like that and believe it. I've always been telling you that it is a lie. They just stylishly remove the subsidy and increase fuel price. You can see people are getting used to it now. But my problem with Nigeria is that one of them called them Yahoo people, Yahoo leaders. Otherwise, another name for Yahoo is 419. Are we supposed to, is that not enough for us not to work hard and now return 419? Do we have previously? That's the problem I have with Nigerians. And that's a good day.
All right. Thank you so much for your time on the program this morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you.
Anthony on the line.
Anthony, welcome.
Good morning. I greet you all. We thank God for the rain. Because of my time, I will not sing. I would have sung for the rain that have given us a cool atmosphere. And surprisingly, shortly after the rain, I saw NEPA bringing light. I said, wow, even bringing light while the rain is just about to finish. Let's believe that something will turn around for good in this country. We don't know how people are just handling the affairs of this country. Sometimes I get confused. The issue of politics in this country, as you people have discussed, about zoning or not zoning, it is normal. The North knows that since this is the system they've adopted, this 40 democracy, then they definitely are going to allow something to go to the South. But normally, as a woman, you don't expect them to just not to say anything or demand for a certain conditions. So, but it's not left for the Southerners to go and put their homes in order, because this is a test of time between the Southeast and the Southwest. They should just be careful. Southeast, Southwest. This is the time the whole world, the other regions want to see whether you people you are knowledgeable as they know you, you are intelligent, you are reasonable. This is when the other regions are waiting to see how you people are going to do the issue of this presidency. So please, let us be wise.
All right.
We are one. We are one. Nothing. Politics should not divide Southeast and Southwest.
All right.
God has made you to have knowledge. You are reasonable people.
Mr. Anthony,
people.
we
Thank
have
you.
to go. Thank you so much for your time on the program.
Brains Mall. Oh yes, Brains Mall is your one-shop solution to all your shopping needs. Get the best products and services every day at Brains Mall. Go ahead and share beautiful moments with friends and families as you shop. Play games in arcade. Eat the best meals. Have fun at Brains Supermarkets. Enjoy the moments with loved ones at Brains Supermarkets. Enjoy rich, sumptuous, tasty delicacies at Brains Eateries. Treat yourself to a wholesome experience of rich, yummy ice cream and smoothies at the Brains Mall Ice Cream Lounge. We've got the best for you always. Visit Brent's Bakeries today for your daily fresh bread. At Brent's Boutique, we've got the finest blend of luxury, elegance, and style for your fashion delight. Brent's electronic gadgets are quality, durable, and reliable. Get yours today. Shop with us today at Brent's Mall, Apata, Ibadan. Brent's Mall, Old Ife Road, Ibadan. And also at Brent's Mall, Taki, Ogumosho. Check out our social media pages at Brent's Supermarkets. Brent's Mall, stay healthy, stay happy.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Hello, good morning.
How are you, my brother?
I am fine, sir.
In fact, we used to have
Dr. Ali Fashakin, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mention my name, Dr.
All right.
Fashakin.
All right.
I don't know what happened to this federal road, the highway patrol. And I traveled wide in so many states in the US. You can't even see a roadblock. They can't afford it. Because the numbers of vehicles that are on the road at any particular time, you can't stop them to check anybody. But you see police strategically located everywhere. And if there is a problem, the moment you cannot even escape them. If you are pulled out, you must pull out because they will just tell you numbers. So please, park. And even if your wife is following you and the husband is driving in the front, the wife will never say, "I'll wait for what is happening." But take, for instance, you are traveling from here to Benin, right from More to Benin, you will stop more than 30 places, a kilometer to kilometer. What are they checking? They say that are taking you only 2 hours, it takes you 5 hours. It's unfortunate. The government should stop it and let the police be in strategic places and let the highway patrol come back. They will be moving from one place to the other.
Okay.
That is the best thing. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ali Fashakin, for your time on the program. Okay, on Facebook, Holale Konguinka says, "Good morning, Anuluakbo," and our analyst. Okay, did I lose it? Good morning, Anuluakbo, and our analyst. The total removal of the acclaimed subsidy on electricity and the steely removal of that of petrol is laughable. The reason is that no one can say precisely whether there is any subsidy before or not. The essence of subsidy is to make people not to feel the heat or pang of what is being subsidized. The acclaimed subsidy of petroleum is a ruse because we couldn't feel the effect. This country has been cornered by political. Okay, you don't call people armed robbers. Olale Kongoinka. Let's be guided. Good morning, Mr. Noah and the analyst in the studio. Removal of subsidy on electricity again, very disheartening that most of our leaders are not God-fearing and uncompassionate towards the welfare of the citizens. I am not surprised anymore. What Governor Kededulu said speaks volume. Yahoo governors. Okay? Thank you so much for your time. Good morning, Anu and the analyst. Happy weekend. So all the false story of fuel scarcity was just another avenue to impose more hardship on the already overburdened masses. Light and fuel prices to skyrocket with absolutely no improvement in supply. This is Buhari's Nigeria. Okay, Aderonke Oladele, Hayodele Olawuye. The people, our citizens, deserve welfare packages, payments or subsidies, etc. As shareholders of the Commonwealth, government cannot look the other way while the people are suffering. Governance itself is about taking care of the people's needs and aspirations. It is the wealth of the nation. Okay, you're asking, is the wealth of the nation for political office holders alone? Subsidy removal in 2022. APC government removal is next in 2023. Let's move on. Let me take some tweets on the program this morning. And so Solomon Olukayode says, Yidi Arola Road is bad. Lifefort Ologweru Road is worst. Camp Ido Road is no-go area. Haji is a trap, yet the Akbete Bridge will go down today for repair. I asked Anuluakpo, can you give one before taking another? Are we born to suffer? No thanks to this, please. No thanks to this, please. Okay, save our soul. Solomon Olukayode is sending that message. My attention was drawn to a particular spot between Alakia and Adigbai, and I'm asking, it's a federal road. I'm challenging the authority as to whether a budget is needed to fix that road. But when a carnage is recorded there, we'll all be shedding crocodile tears. Can we just make life meaningful for the people? Philanthropist, maybe a 200,000 naira will fill up that place. You see older people going to the north. I think something needs to be done urgently. You don't need a budget to fix that particular spot. I think those concerned will know the spot I'm talking about. Olakunle Don on Twitter says, the president Olubado is well educated, connected, and got most attended coronation by VIP. Congratulations. Holuada Retaiwo says, Anuluakbo, if church members pay taxes and vote during elections, what is wrong if the church set up a directorate to sensitize the members in getting involved in deciding who manages the taxes? The directorate is not about a candidate or party, but to enlighten its members on politics and governance. Olakunle Don on Twitter again. Zoning presidency is not by phoning or by open participation. They must work assiduously for it. Okay, thank you so much for your time. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is Ola Farati.
Ola, you're welcome.
Yeah, on the security matter. I don't think security is not about grammar. It's about knowing what to do at every point in time and doing it at the right time. Even if you either overhaul it or reset it or whatever grammar you're under, if you don't do the right thing, it will not work. There are some basic fundamental issues that need to be addressed, not about overhauling. Have you funded them well? Do you have a welfare package? All these things are zero. Well, even if you bring another set of people, it still end up in the same. We are all Nigerians. What we should take is where you are, do the right thing. Wherever you are, do the right thing. May God heal our land.
Amen to that prayer. Thank you so much, Ola, for your time. Muiwakbara, you are welcome. Oye from Olodo in Ibadan. Okay. Muiwa has actually not been on a sabbatical leave. But let's get used to this. Good morning. In Nigeria, the middlemen account for increase and variation in food crop prices, not minding the principle of demand and supply. Do you know that apart from cost of production and cost of transportation, the police, road safety officials, and food sellers union on the road impact on the final price of food crops in our markets? Additional is seeing these. Wow. Good morning. Anu Morindi and the Guru analyst in the studio. Imagine subsidy were removed quietly. Is that the change APC promised Nigerians? No sincerity, no transparency, no power supply. There is fuel scarcity. ASU is on strike. Nigerians should know, that APC have no direction. Prince Bumi Adefusi. But let me state it here. It's only the subsidy on electricity that has been removed. The federal government wants to ease off the fuel subsidy in phases, and it has not started. Good morning, Anu. Hamadi doing. Congratulations to the Oluban of Ibadan land who was recently crowned. Kudos to Governor Sheyi Makinde for demonstrating excellent leadership. Okay, Ade doing from Basharon. Send that message. Good morning, IBR. The IGP's order that the police should stop dressing and sagging like Yahoo boys is a welcome development. It is difficult to recognize them from armed robbers, while in Mufti Temitope from Felele. But is that what the IGP said? Okay, I think you're giving your interpretation to them. Of course, he has said they should be properly dressed. Happy day, IBR. The liberty of the individual must be far limited. He must not make himself a nuisance to other people. Those who have axe to grind should be bold enough to confront the state government. This radio station should urgently find a way of curbing the excesses of some callers, such that their liberty does not become a license for unguarded and provocative utterances. Of course, we won't even condone that. Thank you, Mara. Good morning, IBR. Congratulations to the newly 42nd Olubad of Ibadan land, Kabiesi Baba, Senator Ola Lekan Balogun. Igbanya to Alarao Hami, Lawa Maruf Ayade from Ojoba, send that message. Good morning, IBR. The choice of president from the south may be a mere illusion because of underlying suspicion among tribes. The antecedents are there. The old game must end. Bola Olabode from Ibilade and Dele Ajayi Street. Good morning. I know RCCG setting a directorate of political education is a welcome development. All other denominations should take a cue from the RCCG. Thank God for Anthony that IBEDC gave them light. But for us, it is complete darkness. Happy Brimer, where do you live? Okay, let's help you call on relevant authorities. Before Sheyi, Gari was sold for 100 naira. Now it is 500 naira. Palm oil was 150 naira, but now it is 800 naira. I can go on. These are local products. Okay, Kolawole Kazim sent that message. From Alaro Abiola. Good morning, Anu and the analyst. My take on the problem of police in Nigeria is as the same as Nigerian problem in entirety. 95% of Nigerians are doing accidental jobs. Those recruited for police have no passion for the job except a means of survival. Thanks for your time. Honorable Hope Omon from Malakia says, the narrative of the Redeemed Christian Church of God having a political party might be a way forward in looking for competent candidates to represent their party, but the empirical demonstration of politics is very far from the political forecast and calculations of the church. The party will only bring segregations between the political members of the church and also make some prominent pastors a soft target in the hands of political vampire politicians. Thank you, Honorable Hope Omon from Malakia. As long as 7 members of Nigerian police force will be made to suffer the criminal neglect meted out to their retired colleagues and pensioners, certainly nothing worthwhile should be expected from policemen on active service. Mr. Pesk from Olode and Ariba sent that message. Emefiele has really done greater harm to the economy of this country. He has destroyed the economy beyond measure. Buhari needs to change his attitude, taking whatever his appointees told him, hook, line, and sinker, without scrutinizing their proposals. The method he has adopted in handling Nigeria, which has left Nigeria where it is today, same way he's handling his party. He should stop taking briefs from his appointees anyhow. Okay, Biodwola send that message. Good morning, Anu and the analyst in the house. Let's ask the emir to take the plea to the doorstep of the federal government to reduce the price of diesel before Ramadan. God bless IBR. Akile Sunday from Irua. Good morning. You may not agree with me that the Nigerian police officers today remain licensed. Saint Ogungbe from Igora. They are not licensed criminals in our society. I beg to disagree with you. These people pay the supreme price at times just for our safety. We know it's not yet Uhuru, but can we please encourage them? All right. Thank you so much, Saint from Igora, for your time on the program. Gentlemen, we have to go.
Like I used to say, today is Saturday. Enjoy yourself and stay safe.
Okay.
God bless Nigeria.
All right.
God bless Nigeria.
God bless
I
Nigeria.
enjoy my voice to all the well wishers of the new Ribado.
Yes.
All right. Congratulations to His Imperial Majesty.
Everybody.
Okay, let me quickly do the shout out. 2 of my girls are having a birthday today. Mary Ojo and Feromi Akimbote. They are editors here. Congratulations to you. Mary Ojo went to editors have their birthday the same day at the newsroom on Monday.
I hope it's not an edited birthday.
It's not going to be. Okay, congratulations to them. I am Anuluakpo Mori. They kindly join me by 9 a.m. The program is Bottom Line. We will be looking at the crisis rocking the APC. We'll break it down and we'll be looking on the second segment at the call for recognition, political one, by women in Nigeria. See you then by the special grace of Almighty God. Don't miss it.